everyone, this is Tom from Dirk Witte Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands, and today we are taking a look at a vintage Martin acoustic guitar. This is a 1975 Martin D18 in its original natural finish. In a really nice shape, I think that we can all agree on that. 50 years old, and yeah, I mean the Martin D18, the quintessential dreadnought acoustic guitar. I mean, let's be honest, like most brands are just basing all of their mahogany back inside acoustic guitars, like dreadnought acoustic guitars, on the D18, because this one was the first of its kind, really, being a mahogany back inside D-shape acoustic guitar, and it has always been that way. Hasn't really changed ever all that much. Like the D18 is still being made till this day, and it basically just still looks like this for the most part, and yeah, it has really been that way since the 1930s when this model was first made. And so yeah, this one is from 1975, so already 50 years old, and indeed a vintage example. Although the 1970s is not really like the golden age, if you will, as well as for Gibson and Fender. Those brands, including Martin, were like more so like thinking on, more so like thinking about like making a lot of things, and quality control was sometimes a little bit iffy. But this one is actually a really nice and playing and sounding D18 from that time. So yeah, super cool to have in the shop. Sounds really cool, and it also just sounds very old. So that is really cool. Obviously, this being like 50 years old, obviously it will sound old as you would like to hear, and this definitely brings it. So let's dive into the specs. So it is basically just a D18. So we have got a spruce top, which is Sitka spruce, along with some X bracing. Pretty sure that this is non-scalloped, so just like normal and traditional. We have then got a rosewood bridge with a bone saddle, and we actually still have like plenty of meat there on that saddle. Like if we look at the neck, this being an older model, this being an older Martin, you do not have a truss rod. So if the neck like begins to bow, you would then have to like shave the saddle down, and if that is then like come to an end, if you will, if like you have like shaved so much that you can't do anymore, you would then need a neck reset. But that is not the case for this one yet, luckily, because like I said, we have quite some saddle left there, and the action, although a little bit high, like me personally, I would probably put it a little bit lower, but that is also just kind of taste. You probably can still play a number of years on this very fine D18. We've got some what appear to be black plastic bridge pins. Me personally, I would probably change them for like either bone or some kind of a wooden material like rosewood maybe. Got a black pickguard, and then we've got solid mahogany back and sides, which we obviously like to see on a Martin D18, which is kind of like the perfect combination for a D18 obviously, and why this model is so incredibly popular and always has been, really, because this just brings a amazing sound that we all know and love. We then got some multiply binding around the top, which is 5-ply. So you've got like this bigger black layer on the outside, and then on the inside you've still got like 4-ply of more thin binding, and then on the back you've just got some 1-ply black binding. Got a mahogany neck with a rosewood fingerboard, and as for the profile, it's kind of like medium size. It does kind of like have that soft V that a lot of Martins have, especially like from the 1970s, because we also had a Martin HD28 not too long ago that also kind of had a profile like this. So it is kind of like on the medium size, maybe a little bit larger than medium, but like still pretty much medium size. And then it has kind of like a soft V profile. So if you like rub the neck up and down, you definitely kind of like feel that soft V shape, and it feels really nice, very very nice playing, very comfortable. And then for the wear, I think that the previous owner only like played up to like the 6th fret, because you do definitely feel some more wear and like some more played through the finish type of feel on this side of the neck, which is kind of like interesting, like it is on the treble side. You can definitely feel some raw wood over here, but that then kind of like stops over here at the 6th fret. So like up here, just basically just feel just like a yeah, very clean neck. But like over here, you definitely feel some more wear, and it feels a little bit more smooth, a little bit more like satin, and it just feels really nice. And like I said, got the rosewood fingerboard with what appear to be the original frets, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But what I can tell you is that these frets are in very nice shape. I would say like probably like 80 to 90% left of them. In the first few frets you do have some minor divoting, but nothing major and nothing to be concerned about, because this just plays amazingly. And then we've got what appears to be the original bone nut, or maybe like some other material. I'm not 100% sure what they used in this time and era, because it has kind of like discolored, which does not look like bone, but I'm not 100% sure. If I'm wrong with that, I would just put that over here. And then the original Martin headstock overlay. And then on the back, we do got some changed tuners, because these look like Grovers, which probably would have come on this model in this time and era, but they are actually Schallers. So if I hold it up a little bit closer to the camera, you can see that it does not read Grover, but it reads Schaller. So they're basically like Schaller Grovers, if that makes sense. But they work really well, and they also look the part, because I'm pretty sure that like in this time, these would come with Grover Rotomatics. So yeah, pretty much like very much like accurate in that aspect. And then the last thing to mention, it also comes with its original hard showcase, so that's also very nice to see. And all in all, a D18 from the 1970s. It plays and sounds really fantastic. Like I said, the D18, quintessential acoustic guitar that really changed the music forever, from like bluegrass to like just country and just pop music of the time, and even like till this day, like the D18 is the D18, and it really can't be beat really, for a reason, because again, fantastic sounding, fantastic looking, fantastic playing. So let's get to the part and hear what it sounds like. But first, if you're interested in this 1975 Martin D18, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool acoustic guitars like these, or cool electrics, bass guitars even, all of that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's hear what this 1975 Martin D18 sounds like. Going to be playing you some chords and then some lead style playing, so that you can get a good impression of what this really cool Martin D18 sounds like. So let's get to that part and take this D18 for a spin.